And welcome back to Between the Lines, the Mac Daddy, along with my two favorite guys, Will Avery and Roy Peak. And it's time for us to get into the baseball segment. The baseball playoffs got underway earlier this week. And in that week, man, did we see some lopsided games in these best-of-3 series as the Braves come back home Sunday night for a chance to face the guys from La La Land.
Yeah, the Braves have a tough sled ahead of them. The Dodgers have them on the ropes. And the Braves have done a good job. They've gone from 3 consecutive 90-loss seasons to make it to the division series. I mean, they've done well, but I just don't see them being able to match the Dodgers.
Great season for the young Braves. Today, though, I think they have a chance to get this win. The Dodgers are putting a rookie out there today. If the Braves can jump on them and get some runs early and get into the bullpen, and if they have a lot of support, which I think they will get today, I think the Braves have a chance to get this win today. Now going forward, it's going to be a little tough, I think, for them to overcome the Dodgers and win the series, but I really like the Braves winning tonight's game.
Yeah, I want to call out these Braves fans. You're notorious for not showing up, so let's get out there and support your team.
Yeah, it's very important that they get the fan support, so that 10th man hopefully will come up and show up for tonight's game, and we wish them nothing but the best. Let's talk about the Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. What a series, the only series that's tied at 1 apiece. And let's start with you, Will. Who do you like first? Coming out of this series.
I think Boston eventually win this series, but the Yankees were pretty impressive yesterday. What Sanchez and Judge, with the long ball that changes any game, anytime, and they really got the price yesterday. 6 runs on the board, but I don't really think home field advantage matters in this series. These guys are very familiar with each other, so it's going to be a fun series to watch, but I think Boston gets them in the end.
Yeah, we're talking 21 times these two teams have met. Roy, your thoughts about this?
It's funny that you mentioned this. This is the series that I grew up watching. I love baseball and couldn't wait to see the Boston Red Sox and the Yankees play. And I go back to the guys like Catfish Hunter and Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, Yastrzemski's for Boston, all those guys. So this series holds a little special place to me. But in the end, I think Boston's too powerful hitting, and they got great pitching as well. I see them taking it.
Well, let's stay with you. Colorado and Milwaukee, talking about historic series. This is not one of them.
No, they're pretty much no-name teams, and this series could go either way, but I'm just going to go with Colorado because they have a huge home field advantage.
Yeah, I think Colorado gets that one too, and I don't think either one of those teams can challenge the Dodgers, who I think will beat the Braves. And going back to what Roy mentioned, Reggie Jackson, we talk about Aaron Judge. He's on his way into elite company. He's homered in 3 straight postseason games, and Reggie Jackson homered in 4 straight postseason games. It's a chance he can catch and take that spot from Reggie. That's saying a lot.
He can't take the title, Mr. October. That's copyright.
All right, let's go to Astros and Cleveland. Start with you, Will.
Astros is my team. I'm picking the Astros to win the American League and be in the World Series. They got pitching, they got hitting. One of the things, they're 10-1 at home in the postseason. I really like that, and I think they can slow those bats down from whoever it is, either Boston or New York. I really like the Astros a lot, and they've been there before. You got a veteran over there in Verlander to go with the other young arms that they have. Astros are my team.
The Astros are tough, and I agree. They have some great pitching, and it's going to be hard when you want to get into playoff series. That's what carries you through. Your pitching, that's always consistent. Hitting's not always as consistent, so I'm going with the Astros in that series as well.
And those small market teams, they don't get a lot of love. Here's the opportunity for the Astros. They're looking forward to this. Everybody just talk about Boston and New York, and the winner of that series is probably going to win it. So the Astros are out here playing with a chip on their shoulder, and they're motivated. That's why I like them.
All right, let's move to the MMA, from one level of fighting in this baseball arena to some hardcore fighting. Last night, UFC 229 took place, and man, what an event it was, with Conor McGregor taking on Khabib, and everybody thought Khabib was going to be the guy that cleaned his clock from start to finish, but those diehard McGregor fans thought otherwise, and they are pretty passionate. But there's been a lot of histrionics both before, during, and after this fight.
Yes, Khabib with a great performance and to get the win. But you know, the post-fight antics where I felt should have been prevented just because of the history between these two guys. You know, I just felt the UFC should have done a better job with the security and things of that nature, knowing the history, especially what happened with Conor, you know, attacking the bus. And I was listening to Stephen A. compared it to the Malice in the Palace, you know, where Ron Artest, you know, went into the stands. And I just think Dana White right now has to really come down on Khabib, and he has to let others know that I'm not going to tolerate this.
I think Dana White is complicit in all this. He creates his atmosphere. He knows Conor McGregor's history. He's destroyed a bus, hurt other fighters where they couldn't participate. And so, I mean, now he wants to keep Khabib's money. I'm not with that. But going back to the fight, Khabib didn't seem like he was that interested in Conor McGregor. He was interested in getting to those people outside the ring. So I don't blame him for jumping out there.
So Roy, do you think this is all about money? That he likes to see this extra excitement?
Absolutely, it gets some more publicity. Bad publicity is good publicity in some instances. So he can't lose.
Well, all I can say is if you enjoyed that fight last night, make sure you support local boxing in our area. It's coming to Payne College, the Hill Complex, November 3rd, where our very own and one of the local high school graduates from this area, Justin DeLoach, will be headlining. He'll be on the main event of a card at Payne College. That happens November 3rd. Get your tickets today.
Make sure we're out there, everybody. The whole CSRA, we should be out there supporting Justin. Let's make sure we do that.
Well, coming up next, we continue with the NBA. And the NBA is fantastic, and we'll talk about it up next on Between the Lines. Stay with us, everyone.